Hello, this is Pack Crack Maniac and
Scarlet,
woo!
we're vibing today.
Today we got
Bringing
ourselves
you
something a little different.
a gift for me, I guess, the Halo Legacy Collection. Well, we figured we'd still do the honors of opening it on camera for you. So, go ahead and open up this box, see what we're working with.
I have scissors to you.
No, but I have Boy Kisser.
Why don't you have scissors?
Because I didn't plan ahead like you. Look, it's just like a boxing opener. Boy Kisser, the rescue. It feels like there's air in here almost.
Probably is.
If you can't tell, I don't have the hands of our illustrious expert over here. Oh boy. Wow. Wow. Do you feel ripped off yet? I joke, obviously.
It tells you how many packs are in there.
Yeah, but half of them are air. Oh my god. This is more card packs than I've ever held in my life. For anything, except when I worked retail. So, Discover Voice Talent Autograph Cards.
Yep.
Halo Legacy Collection Upper Deck. They're still branded with 343 Industries. So, oh yeah, these came out last year, it looks like. News for you, I am one of the biggest Halo fans of all time. It's my favorite franchise. I have thousands of hours, tens of thousands of games across all of them played. I love the campaigns, I love the lore, I love just about everything, but I will spare you the pain of my friend over here, whose ear I will talk off about Halo lore in my own time.
Yes.
So, well, actually, we'll
You
find
just grab
out.
the cards.
We'll find out because we're gonna see. Oh, I think I was looking at them the wrong side. Or which side's the?
That's the top side. That's the face in front. That's front side.
This is so.
Yes, this is front side.
So I start on this side.
I don't know what the trick is for this one.
I don't know. Oh gosh. So this is Halo 3 Cortana. I'm assuming you don't want me to go through and read all these.
But you might want to start with the other side because that's where the art is.
Oh, okay. So that is a brood of some kind. It's not.
You look on the back and I'll tell you.
It's Vorius from Halo Wars 2. That's why. See, I know Halo Wars, but I don't have as much time spent in the sequel. That is Halo 2 Cortana. Because I have a floor here, I might as well use it. This is it's a Yonmed, that's a drone. Oh wait, Halo Infinite, the story so far. No, those aren't drones, those are skimmers. The Tower and the Conservatory. Ooh, that's part of the Halo Infinite campaign. Looks like an event or a story card of some kind. Oh, more of the story so far. Halo Reach. Recon. Ah, yeah, that's from the third mission, not the Long Night of Solace, the Truth and Reconciliation. Nightfall. Halo Wars. Oh my god, it's the old Arbiter. It's I'm trying to remember his name. Artas? No. If they want war, we'll give them war. The Spirit of Fire. I'm trying to remember that Arbiter's name. Unfortunately, it's slipping off the top of my head. Of course, I know this Arbiter's name, Thel 'Vadamee. This is Halo 2 Anniversary. Or no, sorry, it's Thel 'Vadam. Used to be Thel 'Vadamee. Oh yes, one of the best elites ever, Jada. Is it Jada Umdarmai? Jaga. I don't remember how I pronounce the last name. It's Yaga. One of the lovely leaders of the Banished. And this is Halo 3 Cortana. Classic as it is.
What do you think of the first pack?
I think it's awesome. I love these. They're pulling from all the games, all the styles. Trying to remember that there's a specific Covenant, a former Covenant elite band of Sangheili. I'm trying to remember what they were called, but Yeager was part of them. He was a former part of them before he joined up with Escharum and the Banished. Speaking of the Banished, that is Atriox, but we'll get to that. Oh, there's June, Spartan 3, presented in Halo Reach. The only surviving member of Noble Team went on to help train the future Spartan 4s. This is Escharum, I think? Yeah, that's Escharum. He was the mentor of Atriox during the Banished Uprising in their career. He is also the main antagonist of Halo Infinite. Halo 4, the story so far, I see this infamous photo. This is Chief when he went, yeah, literally no, sir. This is Chief when he went AWOL from the leader of the Infinity at the time, Del Rio, for which he was promptly demoted after he decided to abandon Chief on Requiem after discovering him being idle for 4 years. Halo 2 Anniversary, the story so far. This is another Halo. Yep. The discovery of the second Halo after Prophet of Regret's ship jumped from the first Battle of Earth. Or as they like to say during the, as they jokingly said during the director's commentary, or developer's commentary for Halo 2, they referenced the scene from the first game where you first save keys from the Truth and Reconciliation. He's like, I overheard the guards talking about this ring world. They call it Halo. And in the director's commentary, they made the joke that I overheard them talking about this ring world. They call it Halo 2. Halo 4, the story so far, is that from the Librarians? Or is that after the ending? Rampancy. Cortana is at the threat of Rampancy. I'm trying to remember when in the campaign this is. This is either very early or very late. It's not, doesn't look like he's in space, so...
I'm recording.
So, yeah, I'm not sure when exactly in the campaign this is. I'm guessing it's early on when he first discovers Cortana is suffering from rampancy. Oh, the Shadow of Intent. Oh god, yeah. Covenant carrier or super carrier, mostly used by the fleeing
Live.
Shadow of Intent. So this was the when the Great Schism happened during Halo 2, where the elites were essentially booted out of the Covenant, and the whole Civil War started with the Kigyard, or the Jackals, the Grunts, even the Hunters fought at the elite side. This was what remained after the great battles and the flood-consuming High Charity. This is most prominently seen in Halo 3, and I believe, yeah, it carried them all the way through the final battle of the Ark, although it was damaged when High Charity showed up at the Ark and a piece of debris flew right through it, but it survived and carried them back home to St. Helios. And of course, oh, we got one more. Carter, leader of Noble Team from Halo Reach, as seen in Halo Reach. Not a whole lot to say right here, but of course we do have Atriox, first introduced in Halo Wars 2, Chief Warlord, Chieftain, whatever you want to call him, of the Banished. His awesome gravity mace that was forged by the Elite's Blood Blade that was supposed to strike him down. As they say, he was the first to defy the Covenant and survive. This feels weird just opening packs like this.
Well,
this is just what you do.
that's what I do.
Oh god, we got some CE Cortana right out the gate.
Presumably.
So right here we have Agent Locke, the infamous Agent Locke. You played as him for 70% of the Halo 5 campaign, and he had about as much depth as a character as this individual card. Even the live-action series that was supposed to give him backstory, Halo 5 Nightfall, which actually I have sitting on my shelf over there, is not very good. I mean, some people were not the biggest fan of Halo 4's live-action series, The Forward Unto Dawn. I like it. I think it did a lot for Lassie's character. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for Locke. We do not know the current fate of Locke, but we do know that his helmet is being used as a shoulder piece for one of the brutes that you encounter in Halo Infinite. One of the bosses, actually. I'm trying to remember which one he is. There's so many bosses in that game. But they were known as Spartan killers, so there is a good chance that he was killed by them, or at least had a scuffle with them. And here we have... I don't think I've ever actually heard this elite's name. Oh, it's repping me. Cisa repping. Cisa repping. I don't know how to pronounce that. I've never actually heard this elite's name before, at least not in a good while. Not enough to remember it. This is the
Learn about Halo Wars.
This is not Halo Wars. This is Halo 2.
Halo Lore.
Halo Lore, yes.
Halo Lore
The elites have very similar names. I was thinking of Rupami, but that's actually the name of the other Arbiter that we came across. This is the elite. My brain. This elite was part of the Fleet of Particular Justice that pursued humanity during the first Halo conflict, as seen in Halo Combat Evolved. He was greeted after he came into contact with the monitor of that installation after it blew up. He learned the truth about Halo, severed all lines of communication to High Charity and the fleet, and started a rebellion that you squash in the beginning of Halo 2, trying to awaken the voices of the Covenant and tell them that, yeah, they're founded on this misguided belief that the Halos will lead them to salvation, when instead it'll kill everyone. You kill him in the ending of the first act in Halo 2, but his ripples can be seen, and you see a lot more of him during the Halo 2 Anniversary Terminal cutscenes. Halo Wars, the story so far. This looks like after the Battle of Harvest, when they found the map room, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Yep, this is when they found the star map in like I think after the third mission of Halo Wars. After they retook Harvest, or, well, that region of it. Halo Wars 2, the story so far. This appears to be Atriox's uprising, the rebellion, after he survived his, after he survived his execution order, after defying the Covenant. This is Combat Evolved. The story so far. This is a classic Combat Evolved, too, not the remaster. It's about the Cole Protocol. It's when Captain Keyes initiated the Cole Protocol, which I won't go into, but basically means they cannot let the Covenant capture the human ship or Cortana for the fear of discovering the location of Earth and trying to keep that secret. So that's when he sent Chief to guard Cortana, and he went down with the ship, landing it, trying to keep it out of enemy hands. Halo Combat Evolved, the story so far. This one's purple. This is actually really beautiful. So this is, I'm guessing, the discovery of Alpha Halo. Not so random slow space trajectory. Yep, that was when they were fleeing from Reach with the coordinates that the fragment of Cortana found in the Foreigner installation beneath Reach's Capta ice shelf. The final missions of the game. Oh, here's my good man. Ripamorami, that's his name. This is the Halo Wars Arbiter right here. Yep, Arbiter Ripamorami, that's his name. This is from, yep, good old Halo Wars. And we have some Halo CE Cortana. If you haven't noticed, there was a joke that really held true up through Halo 4, that with every single game, her assets got bigger. And in Halo CE, she's borderline flat-chested, so it's really interesting to see her physique so differently. But yeah, Halo CE Cortana, not much to say. Chief took her to keep her safe and away from the Covenant, and she became instrumental in saving humanity, as those two had a history and they worked very well as a team together. A lot I could say about Cortana, but I will save that. Oh, we're starting off with Edward Buck, but we're going to go around here. Oh my god, Vale. Vale of Fireteam Osiris, one of the miscellaneous characters from the co-op campaign fiasco that was Halo 5. I will save my rants for Halo 5. Vale's actually cool, though. I haven't caught up to the Halo 5 era of novels, but what I do know about her is that she's fluent in Sangheili. She has a bit of a history with them. That's about it. I have not read Hunters in the Dark, or whichever story she comes from. Not yet, anyway. This is Emthosaram. I don't know how to pronounce that. This is one of the miscellaneous characters. So before Halo 5 happened, you used to just play co-op campaign. You'd just be a bunch of clones running around. That changed in Halo 3 when player 2 would always take the role of the Arbiter, but there were also 2 more elite characters introduced for players 3 and 4. They don't really have any screen time. They're kind of just there to fill out the roster. But this is one of those miscellaneous characters, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like Emthosram something. Yeah, no. Seen in Halo 3. He does have a bit of a history. Unfortunately, I do not remember it off the top of my head. I'm not well versed with him. Halo Wars, the story so far. This looks like when Spartan Red Team was ordered to defend the slipspace drive at the end of the campaign that was used to blow up the Foreigner shield world. I'm trying to remember its name. Oh yeah, it was Operation Burning Sunrise. The good old Sergeant Forge stayed behind instead of letting the Spartans do the job, because he knew that activating the subspace bomb makeshift would kill them. And Red Team went on to do great things in the future. Some of the best Spartan 2s, despite once being washouts. Halo Combat Evolved, the story so far. This is when you found keys consumed by the Flood into the Proto-Crave Mind. It's literally called the Captain's Keys. That's funny, because you are going to him to steal his neural implant. Well, you needed his neural implant since he was dead. He just stole it. Also killed Captain Keys' life right there, but also prevented the Flood from gaining access to the most secret knowledge that he was stuffing away, trying to buy time, sacrificing his own personal memories so that humanity's secrets could stay hidden. Halo 3, the story so far, this appears after you arrive on the Ark and you find the cartographer and you learn where exactly the cartographer is. Beyond the outer rim of the Milky Way galaxy, the foundry of where Halo rings are made. Here we have a Halo Combat Evolved Master Chief.
Hey, Master Chief card.
John 117. Not much to say here. Halo CE Chief. Iconic as hell. Great game. Hunter. It's just a Halo CE Hunter. Mecha Golo, actually. They're, deceptively, they were actually basically a giant colony of worms or eel-like creatures that just fill up the shape of the armor. This form of them is called the Mecha Golo, but the worms themselves are called Letgolo. They are also responsible for the inner workings of many other large infantry units, such as the Scarab, in its many forms. And then, of course, we have Edward Buck, as seen in Halo 3 ODST. Definitely a fan favorite, also helped by Nathan Fillion's charisma. You might know him from also playing Cade 6, and know him from Firefly. Actually, a lot of the Firefly cast was in Halo 3 ODST. That is it for that pack. They definitely have a good variety of characters here. I'm wondering if I'm gonna pull like I wonder if they have some like real deep lore cut characters in here, like Mendicant or Offensive Bias, or something you really don't see much of in the games. That looks like Fred, but we're gonna start over here. That is a Halo. I know it from Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, but it might just be it's the Halo Reach model, because they use the same model. The Halo Reach Grunt. Ungoi were enslaved into the Covenant. A lot of the Covenant species were there for interesting reasons. Of course, the core of the started by the Prophets, who then signed the writ of union with the elites. The Kigyar are mostly there. The Jackals are mostly there because they're mercenaries. The Ungoi were enslaved. And then there's some people like the Letgolo, we just don't know why they're there, or the drones. This is Hali Tanaka, another member of Fireteam Osiris, one I also know basically nothing about because they were not characterized well in the games, and I have not gotten to the Halo 5 era of novels just yet. Yeah, I really don't have much to say. For as much lore as I know, I don't know jack all about her. Oh my god. Yes, the Zalanin, the Harbinger. The secondary antagonist of Halo Infinite. Harbinger and the Reformation. It's a story card. Go ahead and set that aside. Oh no. This is Halo 2 Anniversary. This is when Thel 'Vadamee, the leader of the most daunting fleet in the entire Covenant, the Fleet of Particular Justice, he was sent to... He followed the Pillar of Autumn at the Battle of Halo Combat Evolved. During Halo Combat Evolved. And was ordered to safeguard the ring. And unfortunately, as if you've played the game you know, you destroyed the ring. So how do you see him in Halo 2? Going to face the consequences of his failures. He was stripped of his rank, and later reborn as Arbiter. Actually sentenced to death by the Council for treason. The changing of the guard... Oh wait, no. Oh. Okay, well, that was a little bit wrong. This is actually later in the game when the Prophet of Regret was assassinated and the elites were essentially booted off of the High Council and replaced with the Brutes as the Honor Guards and the main faction leaders of the Covenant, or the main squad leaders. This is Halo Wars. This looks to be a repeat. This seems to be the, finding the star chart on Harvest. Oh my god. Oh, that's a nice card. I can tell this is a rare one, I'm guessing. It's Sergeant Major Avery J. Johnson. One of the few people to wash out of the original Project Orion program, which overall was a massive failure, and not only survived, but actually benefited from the implants. It's also better known as the Spartan 1 program. Most of them had medical failures and were given this made-up disease called Boren syndrome. And Johnson, though, he went on, he survived because of his Spartan 1 augmentations. He even survived his encounter with the Flood during Halo Combat Evolved, where Keyes and the others weren't as lucky. Voiced by David Scully. This guy, one of the best characters, one of the most funny, best comedic relief characters the series has ever seen. Jerome 092. This is a Spartan 2 of Red Team. While they were present in Halo Wars 1, they were not very characterized very much. I don't even believe you got their names much outside of their units in game. However, when Halo Wars 2 came, these characters became almost the sole focus, or not the sole focus, but one of the center focuses. They put in the spotlight. And ever since then, they became a fan favorite. I'm guessing this is... Is it mentioning... Yeah, it's his presence in Halo Wars 2, I figured. Wearing the Mark IV armor, updated with Isabel to have energy shields and other stuff. It looks like there's a number on these cards. Are these cards numbered? That's interesting. And of course, we have Fred. Now, Fred has a history. He is part of Blue Team, which is essentially Master Chief's squad and basically his family. Their unit of Spartan 2s. This is Fred as seen in Halo 5. Unfortunately, in that game, he was just as poorly characterized as every other member of Osiris and Blue Team. A lot I could say about him, but for his Halo 5 appearance, not so much. Grew up with Chief. Spent a lot of time together. Average Blue Team relationship. Looks like we're down to the last 2 packs.
2 packs and get an autograph card? You were going to get an autograph card?
I don't think so, but I don't have the hot hands or the magic faith that you seem to carry. Master Chief in his Halo 4 armor. I actually like Master Chief in Halo 4. I think it's mostly because of his coloration. I don't like how he looks in Halo 5, but I actually do like how he looks in Halo 4. Not the best look, but I think it's a little underrated. Not much to say about him. Halo 4, Chief awoken after 4 years of being in cryosleep after the Battle of the Ark, where his section of the Forward Unto Dawn was sucked into slip space. Vendican Bias, in his final moments before the Ark was not destroyed but heavily damaged, shoot him away over to the remnants of Requiem, hoping that he could open up the Didact there and give a new guide or a new presence in the galaxy for humanity. Unfortunately, that's a whole other story where, unfortunately, the Didact was corrupted by the Logic Plague during the original Forerunner War, and no matter how much time he spent meditating in his cryptum, it was not going to help him quell his hate for humanity. This is just a Grunt Miner from Halo CE. Silly little guys, they're triangle packs. Halo Wars 2, the story so far, another copy. It's the birth of Atriox, or the birth of the Banished. Halo Combat Evolved, the story so far, another copy. The Cold Protocol. Halo 4, discovery of Requiem, when the remnants of the Forward Unto Dawn were sucked into the gravity well and utterly destroyed. Chief survived the fall, as he has done multiple times. Lucky for that gel layer in his suit to absorb and impact that fall. Halo 3, the story so far, this was the memorial at the end of the game. Out of darkness. Unfortunately, the Arbiter made it home when Chief did not, so this is him and Lord Hood honoring all of those who fell the best they could after, getting utterly destroyed by the Covenant for 20 to 30 years during the Human Covenant War. And even Chief got a shrewdly etched 117, which you can just barely see on the card right there. Oh boy, a classic. Halo 3 Chief. Mark 6, it's beautiful, it's amazing. I still think the Gen 3 is better, but this is by far one of the best and easily the most iconic look of Chief. And we have Emil, another member of Noble Team. He, although technically went against the protocols of the UNSC, he took his own kukri, those knives on his shoulders, and etched that skull into his helmet all on his own. The variant ended up becoming known as the EVA-C variant, whereas the main is just the EVA, extravehicular activity. The big, wide open visor give you a lot of viewing angles and feedback. We are on to our last pack.
Last pack magic. Good.
Ooh. Havium. That appears to be one of the, it's a Halo Wars 2. What to say, it seemed to be a Halo Infinite character. Now it's one of the people from Halo Wars 2. I have not played Halo Wars 2 in a while, but I believe he is, one of the leaders you encounter. Maybe even one of the faction heroes you can play as in Halo Wars 2. I never played the multiplayer for that game. Sergeant John... I almost said Sergeant Johnson. I'm like, that's not Johnson. Sergeant John Forge, as seen in Halo Wars 1, gave his life to make sure that fleet of Forerunner ships could not be used by the Covenant. That would have been a very, very different end to the war. Halo Wars 2, the story so far, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Oh no, this is the original Halo Wars. That makes more sense. This was when the shield world they were on was getting destroyed. Right after Sergeant Forge, that poor soul, ignited the bomb and blew it to smithereens. And the quote of Serena, threading a needle while threading a needle around a collapsing star inside a planet that's falling apart. The Spirit of Fire barely made it out of there in peace, but his sacrifice will be honored by those who come after. Halo 3 ODST, this looks like the Rookie or maybe Mickey. Wake up, Buttercup. Yep, this is, I'm guessing that's Rookie in the photo, I think. It's a little hard to tell, but that quote's from Mickey when he was waking up the Rookie in his pod before they dropped onto New Mombasa. Halo 3 ODST, the story so far. The very end of the campaign, during the events of Halo 2, the rest of the Covenant fleet showed up to Earth and utterly destroyed Africa and began excavating. uncovering the portalette Void that goes to the Ark, as seen in Halo 3. This is very sparkly. It's almost really hard to read. Grunt Bassus, Halo Infinite. Wait, that's...
Oh.
Wait, hold on. What the hell is this?
That is an active camo card.
Oh, that's funny. That's really cool. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, it's a Halo Reach grunt. I was trying to... It was really hard to see with all that sparkles in there. Yeah, it's an active camo card, so yeah, it's active camo just being an ability in the games that just gives you invisibility. That's actually really creative and really funny, and it probably saves the printers a little bit too. Looks like we got another Bassus? Yeah, this is a Halo Infinite boss. This is the, is this the guy with the hammer? Yeah, this is the guy who ambushes you at the excavation site, if I'm not mistaken. And what is surprisingly one of the hardest boss fights of the game, because you're essentially in close quarters with a guy with a massive area of effect melee weapon. Yeah, use your grappling hook, otherwise you are boned. And of course we have another Arbiter, Thel Vadimi, from Halo Wars 2. Halo 2 Anniversary. Poor Sod. But he did go on to lead the Swords of St. Helios and create a good ally to humanity in the years following the war.
Alright, that's all the packs. What do you think?
That is all the packs. I think they're definitely pulling from all corners, at least as far as the games go.
What's your favorite card that you pulled?
I just opened up a stack that thick. How
Yes.
good do you think my memory is? Honestly, I like the Harbinger. I'm really excited to see who the Zalanin are and what they're going to do with them in the future. Of course, Buck. Who doesn't love Buck? I absolutely love Buck. I do like the Arbiters, Ripamorni, and Thelvadimi. This is an iconic moment. There's definitely a lot of Halo Wars cards, and I'm definitely a fan of that. I guess I do wish, and I think I was expecting them to draw at least a little bit more from the deeper parts of the lore. They seem to be mostly focused on like the front end of the lore, like the games and stuff. But it's not a bad thing. There's already plenty of characters, but I am curious if there are some like deep lore cuts, like Born Stellar or the Offensive Bias, Mendicant Bias.
Yeah, on their website they have the entire list.
I'll have to go through, or hell, even I'm trying to remember the elite's name. There's an elite that basically pursues Chief throughout the entire Halo CE campaign before you take him on in the final elevator shaft right before the Warthog run at the end of the game. There's a lot of actually, I believe there's a Marine. You know who I should have been in here? Chips Dubbo. There's got to be a Chips Dubbo card at least. He's one of the Marines you find throughout the main Halo trilogy, the original Halo trilogy. He's the, if you ever heard the Marines with the Aussie accent, who's very loud-mouthed, that's Chips Dubbo. He's kind of a joke character because he's known to be legendary because of how many battles he's fought and survived with the Chief. Because that's kind of how that's kind of how they reference the just having the same voice actor in all the games. But he's kind of a meme legend. There's a lot of characters. They probably have a Lasky card somewhere. I don't know.
Alright, well.
But I am overall happy. This is a very wide cast net across all of the games, and
What do you think of the card design themselves?
Well, I'm definitely not a card connoisseur, but I do really, really like them. I do appreciate having both sides with like a dedicated art piece and then little bits of lore and flavor. I will have to read through these more later. I do kind of like the different flares, which I assume are kind of common, but at least...
I know you get one active camo card per box.
Oh, okay.
I knew that was coming.
But at least in the case of some of these with all these like holographic filaments, it can make some of these, like this one, like this is like really painful to read. I had to like hold it up close, but they are very pretty.
Alright then.
That is a lot of cards.
That's the video.
That's the video.
Alright, see you next time.
See you next time.